So let's talk about Nintendo. More specifically, let's talk about their uncanny ability to screw over their core fans to the point where their core fans don't even realize they're being screwed over. So case in point, I don't know if you guys saw the Nintendo Direct presentation that aired on September 12th, 2025. If you did, you probably already heard the news that Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 is going to be released onto one Nintendo Switch cartridge this October for a suggested retail price of $69.99 plus tax. Now, the reason why we're having this conversation, if you get in my DeLorean time machine and we go back to September 18th, 2020, September of 2020 is probably a time a lot of you guys want to forget simply because we were knee-deep in the pandemic at that particular time frame. But on September 18th, 2020, Nintendo announced and released Super Mario 3D All-Stars for the original Nintendo Switch system. Now, this was an iconic release because with a manufacturer suggested retail price of only $59.99 plus tax if you live in North America, you got 3 top-tier 3D Mario games. Those games were Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and of course, Super Mario Galaxy. Now, Nintendo used an interesting marketing gimmick to ensure that this release would be highly sought after and sell out. Nintendo stated that Super Mario 3D All-Stars would be a limited release game and would only be in production from September of 2020 all the way through March 31st of 2021, meaning the game would only be in production for roughly 6 months on average. Now, if that wasn't enough, Nintendo also announced that the digital version of this game would cease to exist on the Nintendo Online Store after March 31st, 2021. So if you already didn't buy it and download it by that date, you would not be able to get this game in digital form going forward. Now this, of course, if you know anything about the antiques and collectibles trade or what I teach on this channel, this, of course, is a form of mass-produced scarcity. It's when a company releases a modern era product and they limit production on purpose to drum up demand, to drum up sales for the item in question. The truth is much sinister. Believe it or not, they made millions upon millions of physical copies of Super Mario 3D All-Stars. In fact, if you guys recall, even after this game was supposedly discontinued on March 31st of 2021, this game remained on retailers' shelves for a couple of years later. Literally in 2022, you could still walk into a Walmart, you could walk into a Target and possibly a GameStop, fork out $59.99 plus tax, and buy a factory sealed copy of this game. For literally several years after its release, nobody really thought a lot about Super Mario 3D All-Stars. In fact, I have watched more than one YouTube video out there during this time where people kind of felt cheated. People thought literally on March 31st, 2021, Nintendo was going to have all the stores send back any unsold copies. That, of course, did not happen because of the way Nintendo marketed this game. Now, lo and behold, as the years went on, with supplies drying up, this game steadily grew in value on the secondary market. Now, make no mistake, a lot of Timmies, Kimmies, and Poindexters out there will tell you that Super Mario 3D All-Stars is a quote-unquote rare Nintendo Switch game. I'm here to set the record straight. Super Mario 3D All-Stars is not rare by any means. It is simply in demand due to, number one, the way that it was marketed, the way that Nintendo promoted its release, and number two, it does have significant value for the games that are included on that cartridge, meaning you're getting 3 top-tier 3D Mario games in their entirety with a suggested retail price of $59.99 at the time of release. So naturally, this item is going to be in demand amongst Nintendo gamers, collectors, and enthusiasts by and large. Now, we fast forward to present day in September of 2025, and Nintendo announces, hey, guess what, guys? We're going to release Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 on one game card for $69.99 plus tax. And I don't know about you, but when I was watching the Nintendo Direct presentation where they announced this, I'm sitting here scratching my head, but I already own Super Mario Galaxy back when you released Super Mario 3D All-Stars for $59.99. So why the hell would I give you $69.99 when the only game I really need on that 2-game combo pack is Super Mario Galaxy 2? Do you see how Nintendo is screwing some of you? Now, I already know what critics are going to say. Well, wait a minute, Sean. To give Nintendo credit here, Nintendo also announced that Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 are going to be available digital individually for $39.99 a piece. So literally for under $40, if you just wanted Super Mario Galaxy 2, you could download it for $39.99 and only buy that one game. But again, if you're going to download it, you can't then own it in physical form. Now, my criticism of this whole situation is the fact that, at best, if Nintendo wanted to re-release Super Mario Galaxy 1 and they wanted to give us a remastered version of Super Mario Galaxy 2, that's great. Put both games on the same cartridge, but only charge $39.99 or at best $49.99 for that value game pack. Don't charge $69.99 plus tax. And what's amazing is, you know damn well, just like I know, I'm going to own both Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and what do you think's going to go right next to that game on my shelf? Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 for the Nintendo Switch. That's going to be available in October of this year with a suggested retail price of $69.99 plus tax. This is how Nintendo has pretty much a license to print money and screw over their most hardcore fans on a regular base. And pardon my French here, I apologize because I know young people watch this channel as well, but they got us pretty much bent over on the bed and they just keep giving it to us and we just keep taking it. At some point, when do we say enough? Or is the fact that a lot of people still believe that Super Mario 3D All-Stars is quote-unquote rare and selling for a significant premium on the secondary market, is that why we fall for the grift? Because people think these games are truly collectible. When again, go look at the production numbers. Go look at how many copies of Super Mario 3D All-Stars sold from September 2020 all the way through March of 2021, and you're going to see it's millions upon millions of copies. These games, guys, are not rare. They are simply in demand, number one. And number two, they are being hoarded by people that think, unfortunately, that these items are rare. And this is a nasty cycle where once people think that something is quote-unquote valuable or rare, they tend to want to own it. And there are people out there that want to own more than one copy. So it pretty much becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where if you're a hardcore Nintendo collector and you come across somebody that has, like 3 copies of Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and maybe they want under market value for those games, you're going to buy all 3 and you're going to justify it by saying it's a quote-unquote investment, or maybe you're buying it for trade bait because you know the game is in demand. This is everything that's wrong with the modern era collectible market, specifically right now, the market for video games. And guess what? I don't see it letting up anytime soon because you and I, we keep falling for it and we keep buying these products, even at steadily increasing price points. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you are subscribed, I just may see you in another upcoming video.